We went to my physician to see about pain medication because I was having continuous growing pains. And he felt my abdomen, and as my mom would say, he turned white as a ghost. So they ordered an emergency MRI. We went in for it, and when we walked out, my sister explained to me that all the techs were crying because they knew.
So the first thing he said to us is, "It's grave." And he couldn't even look at me when he said it. I didn't really hear anything after that. I didn't hear stage 4. I didn't hear that she had spots on her lungs. I just was reeling inside, thinking, I'm gonna wake up. At some point I'm gonna wake up and tell her what a crazy dream I had. And that was the beginning of about a 14-month trial of fighting this disease.
In the beginning, I was angry because I didn't understand why this would happen to someone like me. I didn't understand, and so I didn't want help because I just didn't want to accept that I was sick.
Ewing sarcoma is a pediatric bone cancer. Only 40% of the children that are treated with chemo, radiation, or surgery respond. She was in terrible pain from the chemo and the tumor, and on top of it, she was on like 3 just killer antibiotics. And she just and I said, "Connor, what do you want? You want me to sponge your mouth, or do you need the nurse?" And she said, "Can you just lay in bed and hold me?" And I didn't want to touch her because she was only about 70 pounds. She was just bones, And she was just so miserable.
After a long time of being in it and being in treatment and being a hospital kid, I just accepted it, and I was just like, I can get through this, it's no big deal. And eventually people would just be like, would stop me in public and be like, "Whoa, you're sick." And I'd be like, "I'm not sick, I just have cancer." And that was my big thing that I would say to everybody because it wasn't anything anymore.
Frankly, she was so sick at the beginning that when people would try to talk to her about it to cheer her up, she was so sick, you can't even imagine anything making you feel better.
We went into his office, and he put my tumor screening on the monitor, and he continued to tell me, "Do you see this? This is scar tissue. Do you see this? Do you see this?" And I was like, "Yes, Dr. Letson, I see this. It's on. I see it." Then he continued to say that, it's gone. It's gone. Nothing's there. And he exclaimed to me that I was cancer-free and that it's a miracle that nothing was there and nothing had come back. So August 2012, August 27th, I was proclaimed cancer-free. We were so relieved. It was an overwhelming feeling, like the treatment's over, the pain, the suffering is over, you're not gonna have to do this anymore. It was relieving to the full extent, and God brought me through this.
Going from treatment every day and a year of this, your finances being devastated, your relationships being on edge, to think of doing anything as wonderful as the wishes that Make-A-Wish provides just seemed surreal.
I love old movies, and one of my 2 favorite movies has been filmed in Ireland. One of a John Wayne movie, and then Nicole Kidman and Tom Cruise movie, Far and Away. Every time I watch that movie, I feel like Ireland's home to me. And then my mom's like, "Oh, we, way back when, we have relatives that are from Ireland." And I was like, "Really?" And I was like, okay, I'm gonna, ask. I mean, ask and you shall receive. I just, it's a wish. Might as well make it big, right? So.
One of the amazing things that Make-A-Wish did for our family was it allowed us to all be together, my husband and Connor and I, something we had not been able to do because of her illness.
Not only did I get to go to Ireland because of Make-A-Wish, but I got to spend my 17th birthday there. It was beautiful. Then farther down the line, every day there was something planned different. Like we did the hop on, hop off bus tour, which so much fun and it was so informational. One day we went to St. Patrick's Cathedral, Guinness Factory. It was just one thing after another. We didn't want to stop. We wanted to see everything we could in Ireland before the end of the week. Absolutely incredible. I was able to GoPro everything and even GoPro horseback riding on the beach, oh my gosh, it was the most incredible feeling in the world, and that's something you'll never lose. It's always a part of you.
It's a little breezy here for me. This is the Italy.
Families suffering a catastrophic illness suffer a domino effect of losses of our time together as a family. Our finances were shattered, and it created huge question marks about our time together in the future and what that would hold. So I want to thank every donor from the bottom of my heart for giving my husband and I a chance to have a trip of a lifetime with our daughter that would never have been possible without your generous giving. Thank you.
Thank you to all of our donors, sponsors, and volunteers for making these wishes possible.